Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
Hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
Brought to you by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Zero Sugar.
Summer-only savings await at your local Hyundai dealer. Where you go from there is up to you. Huge savings, new vehicles arriving daily, and of course, America's best warranty. Get in to get away with it all at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Secure your 2021 Sonata or Elantra today for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. See your Hyundai dealer now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 6, 2021. Call 562-314-4603 for offer terms and details.
106.5 The End. It's the Wake Up Call. Gavin, Katie, and Kevin and producer Jacob are here as well. And producer Jacob, you've been on the show now for 2 years?
Yeah.
A little over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened to you that you have been hoping for and waiting to happen.
Totally.
That is because of the show, and it finally did. Tell everybody what happened when you and Kevin went and grabbed dinner together, which I think is adorable, at Lazy Dog in Roseville.
Yeah, so we went with his best friend George, and we went to Lazy Dog, and as soon as we walked in to find a table, somebody goes, "Oh my God, you're intern Kevin. I know you. You're famous." Oh. And she starts freaking out. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, I can't wait for me to be in those shoes as I join this show, for people to recognize me in public. And it finally happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
So let me tell you the story. I was at Roseville Galleria. I was walking from Nordstrom to Macy's, which is on the other side of the mall.
Okay.
As I'm walking, there's a lady following me with a service dog in training, and this thing is sniffing my butt.
Oh,
and
that is...
for some reason, dogs do that.
Yeah, but service dogs are not supposed to.
It was in training.
In training.
Maybe
in training.
You were about to have a seizure. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You're getting too close to peanuts or something. I don't know what
yeah, maybe. So while this dog is sniffing me, I keep turning around and I stare at this lady, and she's looking at me going, "Oh, isn't my dog cute?" And then she follows me to the escalator, and as I walk out to my car, she's walking out to her car, and I turn back and I look at her and I go, "Bye, have a good day." And she says, "Hey, do I know you? Are you producer Jacob from the Wake Up Call?"
Oh my God, Jacob!
Right? So I was super excited, and it made my day.
Because you are.
Because I am.
Yes,
It's
you
me.
are.
Look at me. I'm here right now.
It does, for those people that have never met us, it really, really makes our day when we get to meet listeners, when we get recognized. We are a room full of normies that people think are famous, and it's a really very low level of fame, but
Right,
we
that
are
is
on
true.
the radio, which is cool, so it does feel good, huh?
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
766-1065 is the number to call. We have got Ella on the phone, correct?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Ella. Did you see one of us out in public?
I did.
Okay, who did you see, and how did it go?
So I saw Katie.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this can go either way.
No. It's the sweetest story. I saw her at just the right moment. I was at a gas station, and I see Katie, and I'm like, "Oh, I know who that is." And she walks over to this other car. And then I kind of watched, though, through my side view mirror to see what was happening. And it was this old man who was really struggling with pumping his own gas, or just getting out of his car. Yeah.
I know what you're. I know this story.
And what she did, she pushed him down and stole his car.
Yeah, stole his wallet. Yeah.
That's our Katie.
She helped him pump his gas, let him sit in his car, talk to him while she was doing it, shook his hand and left.
Shook his hand?
Hey.
Why'd you shake his hand?
Well, why not?
Nice to meet you.
Have a nice day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really
That
nice.
was years ago. That was 5 or 6 years ago.
So you know what the most impressive part about that is, Ella? Katie hates pumping her own gas. I can't imagine how much she would have wanted to help this guy for pumping somebody else's
I
gas.
even put his credit card in for him.
Wow.
The poor guy. I mean, I am going to guess he is no longer with us. He was very, very elderly. And I mean, his little skinny legs were like shaking underneath him. He was like leaning on his car trying to get the thing. Well, so of course.
Oh my God, he definitely shouldn't have been driving. Ryan, who did you see out in public?
So I was at the mall. I was at the Galleria, and I was just picking up a couple things, and I heard a voice behind me, and I thought, I think that's Gavin.
It's a recognizable voice.
No,
it is a recognizable voice.
Like Gavin.
Because of me, I'm sure that you've got an ultra touching story just like Katie's.
It's a little different than that one. What happened was I turned around and I normally don't want to bother people, but I was like, I'm going to say something. I turned around to say, hey, and you were laying into your kids. I don't know what they did.
That sounds
I don't
exactly
know
like
who
Gavin.
did what or what happened, but you were just going off, and I went, and decided maybe I should just quietly back away and go about my business.
That was probably the right
That was the right thing to do. Because here's the thing, Ryan, my threshold for effery with my kids in public is very low. I get like really, really like self-conscious when my kids are like misbehaving. If my kids start like acting up in a restaurant, they usually don't even get a warning. I pick them up and take them out of the restaurant.
Which is funny because your 2-year-old gives 0 F's about this, and she is the first one to just like look you dead in the eyes, pick up a cup of milk, and just be like,
and just chuck
oopsie.
it. Yep, exactly.
Does not care about you at all.
Wow, I'm glad, Ryan, I'm glad actually you didn't come over. That's the only time that, because Katie and I, we're both parents, and we've both thought so many times, like when we're out in public and we like have to like lay into our kids about something, like, oh my God, if somebody sees me right now.
I don't care if people see me yelling at my kid. The only thing that ever happened to me where it was just like, maybe this isn't the right time. Audrey, who's now 7, was a baby, and I was once again at the Galleria, which apparently that's the only place we ever go.
Yeah.
And guy came up to me, he was like, can I have a picture? And my baby is in my arms, screaming her head off, trying to get out of my arms. She was like big enough to be like pushing on my face and stuff. And I was just like, I don't think this is the right time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I still would have been like, sure. And then actually, before I would even get a chance to answer that, my oldest son, Connor, would use that as an excuse to stop getting yelled at. And he'd be like, yeah, this is my dad. He's on the radio. Yeah. Quick, take his mind off of yelling at us.
On Pod Save the World, we want to be your cheat sheet for global events. My name is Tommy Vitor, and each week, my co-host Ben Rhodes and I break down the biggest stories from around the world. Ben and I both worked on President Obama's national security staff, and we'll introduce you to the activists, politicians, and journalists who can help us understand what's going on around the world, what it means for the United States, and what it's like being inside the White House Situation Room during a crisis. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your pods.
The COVID-19 pandemic showed us how a microscopic virus could upend our lives. There is so much out there that we need to understand. But for every threat, there are heroes working at the edges of science and policy to protect us. I'm Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, former Detroit Health Director and host of Crooked Media's America Dissected. Every episode, I talk to the doctors, scientists, culture makers, and policy leaders who are working out new ways to protect us against our biggest threats. New episodes of America Dissected every Tuesday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
For summer barbecues, road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
Hundreds of new exclusive stations, plus all your favorite local radio stations and podcasts. It's all on Odyssey.
Brought to you by Macy's, Geico, and Coke Zero Sugar.